Hello everyone. So, quick question. How many of you have ever had this amazing idea? Maybe you wanted to start a YouTube channel, learn photography, or just post something you are really proud of. But then your brain hit you with, what if people think it's weird? It happened to me. In fact, I know exactly what it's like to have something you love be called weird. Let's be honest, when someone calls your content weird, it's not just about the post, it's about you. It makes you doubt yourself. And so, we start to hesitate. We start doubting our dreams. Should I post this picture? Do I look weird in it? What if nobody likes it? Should I delete it? What if my caption isn't funny enough? Does this even fit my aesthetic? At this point, posting on social media isn't even fun anymore. It feels like a full-time job. Like, why do I feel like I'm submitting a project to be graded every time I post a picture? I was letting doubts take over my dreams. I was stopping myself from doing things I loved because I was too afraid of how they'd look online. But none of my real friends ever called my content weird. Not once. They supported me, even if they sometimes didn't fully get what I was doing. That's when I learned something huge. Sometimes the loudest voices in the room aren't the ones that matter. We live in an era where it feels like if something isn't online, it didn't happen. But also if it's online and doesn't get enough attention, we feel invisible anyway. René Descartes was a philosopher who back in the 1600s said something revolutionary. I think, therefore I am. What he meant was that the simple fact that we can think, reason, and question things is proof that we exist. Now, it's more like I post, therefore I am. Because let's be honest, how often do we think about posting before we even experience something? Before we eat at a cool restaurant, we take a picture of a food. Before we enjoy a concert, we post on our Snapchat or Instagram stories. Before we even feel proud of something, we wonder if it's post-worthy. And here's where it gets weird. If we don't post it, did it even really happen? Social media today feels like less fun and more like running a PR company for yourself. If social media had a LinkedIn job posting, it would say, must have crisis management experience, a background in digital marketing, and an advanced degree in trend forecasting. Almost all teenagers have a smartphone. Here are some stats we can't ignore. 95% of teenagers have a smartphone. 90% of teenagers use social media daily. 45% are online almost constantly. And 59% feel worse about their own lives. So, it's not that good, right? That means more than half of us keep going back to something that makes us feel worse about ourselves. That's like eating food that gives you food poisoning, but still ordering it every single day. But even when we do get attention online, it doesn't always make us feel better. It makes us feel worse. Because suddenly, we're comparing. Social media isn't just about connecting anymore. It's about comparing. It's about ranking. It's about who has more engagement, likes, comments, shares. It's about proving you have a better life than the people watching. It's like we all woke up one day and accidentally entered a competition we never even signed up for. Ever heard of dopamine? It's the chemical in our brain that makes us feel good when we get a reward. Every like, every comment, every, oh my God, you look amazing in your DMs. Little hits of dopamine. It's addictive. And when we don't get the validation, we feel invisible. So we wake up, check our phones, and immediately see people living their best life. Someone's on vacation in Thailand, someone else just got a brand new car, and someone is somehow in a perfect relationship. Meanwhile, I'm still in bed wearing my I'll start my life tomorrow hoodie, eating a bowl of cereal. And that's why comparison is the thief of joy. Before social media, if you had a dream, if you wanted to try something, start singing, start drawing, start a business, you just did it. You failed in private, got better, and kept going. But we all know before even starting, we're already comparing ourselves to someone who's been doing it for years. Someone who has thousands of followers. Someone who makes it look effortless. And suddenly, your dream doesn't seem as possible anymore. It seems smaller. But here's what social media doesn't show you. The failed attempts, the awkward first videos, the self-doubt that every successful person once had. You don't see their training, you just see the end result. And instead of starting the first day of training, we just say, I could never do that. Now here's something funny. Adults love to say we're addicted to our phones. But have you ever seen an adult on Facebook? God forbid, they're fighting in the comment section like it's the Olympic Games. 68% of adults check their phone within 5 minutes of waking up. So, yeah, maybe teenagers use social media more, but adults, they're not exactly winning the battle either. I'm lucky, because even when people thought my content was weird, my real friends supported me, and so did my family. What if adults could be more than just authority figures handing out punishments? What if they were accountability partners instead? Like, imagine, instead of just banning social media, parents actually sat down and asked, hey, what do you love about being online? What stresses you out about it? How can I support your dreams while helping you stay balanced? Because here's what I've learned. A real support system doesn't just criticize. They help you grow. Here's the truth. Social media isn't the enemy. It's a tool. And like any tool, it can break what's already there or create something better. We don't have to let doubts kill our dreams just because we're afraid of what people will think. We don't have to measure success based on numbers on a screen. The only validation that matters is the one you give yourself. Social media should be a place to express yourself, not a courtroom where strangers decide if you're worthy. It's okay to share your highlights, but don't be afraid to share your process. The late-night brainstorming, the imperfect attempts, the moments when things don't go as planned. Because those are the moments that make success real. And most importantly, don't let comparison stop you from dreaming. Every expert was once a beginner. Every artist had a first awkward sketch, and every musician had a first bad note. So next time you hesitate before posting, ask yourself, am I doing this for me or for them? Because if it's for you, if it makes you happy, if it represents who you are, post it, own it, be proud of it. And if not, that's okay too. Who you are offline matters just as much who you are online. So, what now? Post because you want to, not because you feel like you have to. Surround yourself with real friends who support you. Find those who can guide you, not just punish you. And most importantly, log off sometimes. At the end of the day, the question isn't just, what will people think of this speech? It's, who am I when I'm not performing for an audience? Thank you.